Now that we have one of our NeoPixels lighting up green, let's see what else we can do. But first, notice that this icon here is yellow. That means we haven't saved out the code. So if we were to leave the website and come back, all of our efforts would be basically lost. So again, on PC it's Control S, on a Mac it's Command S. So there, now it's gray, so that means we've saved it. So this is actually saved on the server at arduino.cc. So let's start out by playing around with these numbers here. So we believe this is the green one because that's the R, G, and B. The G represents the middle one. What if we were to instead make this one 50? And try that out. And we'll see what happens to the LED now. And as you can see now, it is red because that's the red pixel has been lit up. What if we were to combine the red and blue, see if we get something that looks remotely purple. And there we go. It's kind of bluish purplish. It's kind of hard to tell in the video here, but it is. So one thing we can do to make this more procedural is to actually replace these numbers with variables. So let's do that right now. Call that one red, this one green, and blue for the last one. Then we have to go up here outside of our functions, above setup, and create integers for red equals, we'll call that one 0 to begin with. Green equals 0. And then blue equals 0. So we're just initializing them to 0 so they have a value. So what we'll do is we will, in here, assign red equals, let's try 100. It's not as bright. See if that works. And then we'll see if this turns red. And it looks like it's definitely more red than it was before. So I think that worked. So now let's make these pixels walk across the board. So let's do that by condensing this a little bit. And if we take this whole section of code and copy it, and paste it, and then change this to 1. So this one operates on the first LED, and this one is the second LED. Let's see if we can get it to walk down. And it looks like that worked. However, we really wanted the first, or I wanted the first pixel to turn off. So how can we achieve that? So after our delay value, if what we do is we actually issue a command to clear the pixels, that should work for us. So if we just take this command, copy it and put it down here, and just put zeros for these locations to turn them all off. I think that's what we want. We'll do the same thing down here. So now it should basically do the first two LEDs back and forth. See if that works. Well, looks like it's kind of working. I think the mistake I made was I needed to erase the same LED that I had written to here. So let's try that. And now we can see that the LEDs are basically moving back and forth. So in order to continue on in this same vein, let's copy this a few more times. So we've got 4 of them here. So let's change this to LED 2 and this one to LED 3. And you see, by following the same convention, we could actually go across all 8 LEDs. Let's just verify that this actually works before we move on. And as we can see, it is walking across the first 4 neopixels. So there's a blow-up of it. So what we have created here is called an unrolled loop. If I expand it out here so you can see it all together, this big section of code here. And what we're going to do in our next video is actually make this more efficient.